by the way, let's bring in to the conversation Horace Cooper, legal commentator, co-chair of the Black Leadership Network, Project 21, author of the upcoming book, How Trump is Making Black America Great Again. Horace, thank you for joining us. You watched this, I guess I'll use Leo's term, the lollipop press conference. What were your thoughts, and what are your thoughts and views on, they never got Barack or Joe. They didn't get, the funding commitment, the amount of money, years of commitment for historically black colleges or opportunity zones or record low unemployment for every demographic in the country or criminal justice reform and now prison reform. That was all done under Donald Trump. He's only been in office, 3.5 years. Joe, Schumer, and Pelosi been in there 125 years combined.
Yeah. What's amazing to me, what is absolutely amazing to me, is why we just can't take yes for an answer. Why these great opportunity, even though under 8 years of Barack Obama, they ignored it. They didn't pay attention, and people lost their lives. Families suffered. The president is saying, let's put all that aside. Here is what I'm willing to do. And he said this to the governor, and he said this to the mayor, and instead of getting in, well, we won't say it on radio. Instead of that response, I say shame on them for not leaping at the chance to just say yes and take this opportunity to save lives.
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, I keep saying it every night. Leo, I promised you I'd start scrolling the names of all the people shot during the Biden-Obama years, and I did last night. I kept my word to you because nobody else does it, Leo. Nobody knows the names. Nobody knows that, okay, these fellow human beings and fellow Americans die, part of our American family, and these cities and these states, most of them blue, don't lift a finger to save lives. You don't have to like Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani, he went to war against crime in New York, and he drove the murder rate down from around 2,500 a year to 500. I understand stop and frisk is certainly controversial, but I don't think numbers lie in the sense that real lives were saved and many lives were in minority communities. And he saved Americans from dying. Now, there's a balancing act between civil liberties. You're a civil liberties guy yourself, so am I. I'm a civil libertarian in the sense that I believe in civil liberties. I believe in equal justice. And there's a line you can't cross in terms of we all have Fourth Amendment rights, et cetera, et cetera. But lives were saved. That, I don't see them doing anything in these other cities.
Sean, they're not going to do anything because they're in this election cycle and they have no policies, no programs whatsoever. Their only goal is to sit on their hands and try to defeat Donald Trump. And I'll tell you right now, I think you're selling yourself short. 89 days before Biden came out, did his little lollipop interview, the pressure that you have put on every night about the crime in the street. And let me tell you right now, just based on the reaction I'm getting, Sean, there's a lot of people telling me, you're saying the things that we want to say. There's a silent majority for Donald Trump. And then when there's a commentator on another cable network, I won't mention his name, who basically works with the Trump administration, guess what? The liberal media on those other two cables, they crucify him. The problem is this. If you have a D on your shirt, you're prohibited from working for this country right now. You're prohibited from working with Donald Trump. I said, no way. The country first, party second, and Donald Trump is working to help this country first. The Democrats have placed party first. That's why I left them.
Well, I mean, all right, can we just agree we're all Americans? To me, that's fundamental. Can we all agree that every American has a right to live in a safe and secure neighborhood? Let's start with the fundamentals. Can we all agree that our kids shouldn't be shot up every weekend on the streets of our country? Can we all agree that, the educational system, this unholy alliance between Democrats and the teachers unions have failed our kids miserably, and especially in inner cities in America? And it's time to give every kid an education, and it's not about money because we spend more money than anybody else, more than the industrialized world with the worst results. Horace Cooper.
Well, that's just common sense. I mean, What you're talking about is let's do what the American people expect our leaders to do. In all of these jurisdictions, they have put in place people that look like the residents that have elected them. And notwithstanding that they look like it, they are not doing the kinds of things. Why can't we get behind education reform, which is wildly popular?
How about choice in education? How about charter schools? How about, vouchers? We know how to fix it because there are a lot of really great school districts where a lot of the kids in public school, guess what? They end up going to Ivy League schools and the top schools in the country, and they're not failing their kids. We know how to do it. We just don't do it. All right, Leo, will you vote for Donald Trump in 126 days?
If the election was held today, the answer is definitely yes. Because right now I cannot vote for Biden. There's no one on that second tick seat that would vote that I would put motivate me to change my opinion. Right now, my choice for president is Donald J. Trump. Period.
Wow. Horace Cooper, Larry Elder got it right. This is Leo 2.0.
Well, I think a whole lot of Americans are paying attention. Maybe they're not saying the news, but look at what Rasmussen is reporting. Donald Trump's numbers among black Americans are actually increasing. His approval numbers are actually increasing. What we're seeing is while crazy happens outside, Americans are paying attention. And even if they're not telling the public, even if they're not dealing with the mainstream pollsters, they're still letting on that they know the problem and they know the direction it's going to go.
All right. Thank you, Horace Cooper. We appreciate it. Leo, thank you.